Good morning, everybody. Welcome to SHN Sports Network. I'm Wally Harmon with First Responder Broadcasting, bringing you Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball live here from day 2 of the Leander Georgetown Eastview Tournament. Pool number 3, day 2. Georgetown finishes first in Pool 3 yesterday, and now a new Pool 3 today. It is the Georgetown Lady Eagles, St. Michael's Warriors, the Academy Lady Bees, and the Rock Hill Bluebirds. Let me see. Make sure I get that right. The Blue Hawks. Rock Hill Blue Hawks out of Prosper ISD. And so today, Georgetown will square off against St. Michael's to open it up here in the morning at the 9 o'clock session, the first match of the morning, and then follow it up with a break. And then at 11 o'clock start, they will take on the Academy Lady Bees out of Little River Academy. And then at 2 p.m., they will close out session 2 on day 2 of pool play. Get ready for the brackets on Saturday. They will take on the Rock Hill Blue Hawks. Georgetown going through their warm-ups right here. Now St. Michael's just went through their 5-minute period. Georgetown, a great day yesterday. If you didn't join us yesterday, a great day for the Lady Eagles. They played well, went 3-0, won 6 sets, lost 0 to take first place in Pool 3 as they host Pool 3 today. Teams got reseeded based on how they finished in their respective pools, all 6 of them across the way. And so Leander High School hosting 2 different pools, 2 pools here, the main gym where we are, and the lower gym. And then Eastview has 2 courts as well going in this tournament. Tomorrow will be bracket play, gold, silver, and bronze brackets. And we will know that more towards the end of the day, but we'll bring it to you live here on the SHN Sports Network tomorrow. But we bring it to you every time free of charge thanks to our wonderful sponsors. Of course, first and foremost to the Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club, making this all possible. And then our title sponsor, Piedreros Western Wear, 4809 Williams Drive. They're open Tuesday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Go visit them, and they have the best of Western wear boots, work boots, regular boots, fancy boots, hats, anything you could think of. They have it, men's and women's. Give them a visit there on Williams Drive in Georgetown. And then our set sponsor, CSCT, Construction Specialists of Central Texas, brought to you by John and Lynn Krogh and Jeremy and Rachel McDougall, the owners there, proud sponsors of Georgetown Athletics across the board, and Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. And also City View Bible Church, a sponsor of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball this year, joining in to help bring it to you free of charge. Georgetown will be on the right side to start set number 1. St. Michael's already have taken off their warm-ups. They'll be in the navy blue spandex along with the white, very short-sleeved, shoulder-sleeved jerseys with blue and maroon accents from St. Michael's. And then Georgetown have yet to reveal what they wear today. It's the black spandex, no blue spandex today. So we'll see what Georgetown has on after they finish with their warm-ups. About 2 minutes left in the warm-up period. We'll get ready to go live once they are done. And Georgetown now sits at 3-1 on the year after 3 wins yesterday. Quick break. When we come back, it's Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. And you didn't see what they were wearing because we had the timeout screen up. It's okay. It's early morning. We're just waking up and getting going live here at Georgetown High School. Stay with us. We'll be right back. live here at Georgetown High School. The Lady Eagles get set to take on the St. Michael's Warriors. And we will see just how the Lady Eagles respond today after 3 big wins yesterday to take the #1 seed out of Pool 3. The Lady Eagles in the black spandex. They'll be in the white long sleeve jersey. GTVB in capital block print lettering across the front. EFND on the left sleeve of the white jerseys. Georgetown in capital block print lettering below the numerals on the back of the jerseys for your Georgetown Lady Eagles. The libero, Jordan Pitt-Cathley, number 10, will be in the maroon jersey with Georgetown blue accents in the black tights. The libero for St. Michael's, if I see it right, can't tell her number. She'll be in a navy blue jersey with the navy blue tights to offset the white jerseys for St. Michael's. On the floor for the Lady Eagles to start it off, Amory Anderson, Mallory Miller, Riley Holland, Macy Gates, Madeline Bradley, and Amelia Albright. The libero for the St. Michael's will be number 4, Frida Hernandez, the junior. On the floor for the Warriors, number 5, Catherine Davis, number 12, Claire Montgomery, number 6, Ellie Ogden, number 2, Frances Beater, and number 3, Riley McElwee, and number 17, Ellie L. Haywood. And so we'll see who will come off for both teams in the libero spot. Now they've changed their lineup again. Number 8 is on the floor, Savannah German. And the libero comes on for number 17, L. Haywood. Pickethley will come on for Macy Gates on the back row, and Georgetown will open up the service here in set number 1. And we're underway here in day 2 of the Georgetown tournament. Amelia Albright will serve from the far side, down the far line. The Warriors will set it up to the far side. The rolling roll shot attack, dug by Albright. Pickethley brings it near side. Mallory Miller's swing, dug up by Hernandez. Played forward, and a free ball will be sent over. Holland has it, Albright, and Miller will set over a free ball. And here go the Warriors for St. Michael's. Pass to the far side, the swing into the block and down. And there it is, Riley Holland goes up and gets the block for the Lady Eagles. Riley, the 5'9" sophomore. And it's 1 point. Woo. We hit the wrong buttons on the scoreboard. Sorry about that. We'll get it cleared off. It's 1-0. Georgetown leads it. The throw off of the block out of bounds off Georgetown. Side out to St. Michael's. 1-1 your score. Claire Montgomery there on the attack. Back to serve. Goes Frances Beater. Float serve over. Bradley to Albright near side, but it is out of play. Too much on that one. Point to St. Michael's, 2-1. They lead it here early in set number 1 of match 1 today. For pool number 3 at the Georgetown main gym. Action going on in the lower gym as well. Frances Beater serves again. Mallory Miller up to Albright. Back set, Riley Holland, and it's right on top of the net. And an error there for Georgetown. Point to St. Michael's, 3-1. They lead it. As Beater back to serve again. Flat-footed serve across the way. Bradley up to Albright. Far side will set it. Back row attack for Bradley. The big swing. And off of Beater for the kill. Side out back to Georgetown. 2-3. Georgetown trails by 1. And that'll send Mallory Miller back to serve for Georgetown. Trailing by 1. Mallory's jump serve, sends it across. It drops it in, an ace for Mallory Miller. Ties it up at 3 apiece. Some of the serves yesterday from Mallory were just on point. Kendall McDougal serving well yesterday. Albright, several players, but sending that knuckleball that just drops out of the air. The Warriors set it up, far side, the attack cross court. And off Pickethley for the kill. Side out back to the Warriors, 4-3. They lead it here. And back to serve goes number 12, Claire Montgomery. Savannah German will come off on the front row. Serve, deep and out. First service error of the match for either team. That'll even it back up at 4 apiece, and back to serve goes Amory Anderson, number 13. Macy Gates back on the front row on the rotation. Tip over on the number 2 ball, and it's a illegal touch there. The center set the second ball over from the back row. With the touch, 5-4, Georgetown by 1. And Amory Anderson will continue her serve for Georgetown. Amory, 5'9" junior middle blocker. Where's number 13? From the middle of the back row, the toss up, the jump serve. Deep corner, and turns the favor to the Warriors with a service error as that was long. 5-5 your score, side out back to the Warriors. Catherine Davis will come off on the back row. Number 17, Elle Haywood, back on the front row, and the libero, Frida Hernandez, to serve for the Warriors. Miller up to Albright, quick set. Macy Gates, the tip over. Off the block and down for the kill. 6-5 Georgetown on the side out. Riley Holland will rotate out Sailor Ruhlmeyer. In to serve for the Lady Eagles. She wears number 11. Sailor, the 5'7" junior setter, sends it across. Nice deep serve. Second ball sent forward, and it'll be a free ball sent over by the Warriors. Pitt Kethley up to Albright. So send it back row. Miller, a flat-footed attack. Nice one. And then an overpass and a hammer down by Madeline Bradley for the kill. Makes the Warriors pay for that, that dig that carried over the net for the hammer by Madeline Bradley, the freshman. Georgetown now with a 2-point lead, their largest of the set. Trying to get back into rhythm. Ruhlmeyer serve, middle, back row. Played up, set to the far side for the Warriors, the attack. And it's an unforced hitting error, long there on the far side. Point to Georgetown, 8-5 the lead. Ruhlmeyer serve. Ball sent across. Ruhlmeyer with the dig. Albright sets it. Macy Gates with a tip over. Sent right back over by the Warriors. The Eagles will set it up, and there's the attack by the junior setter, Amelia Albright. A high touch there. She sends the second ball down for the kill. Off the Warrior block, out of bounds. 9-5, Georgetown by 4. Albright, number 6. The junior for Georgetown, one of the 2 returning lettermen. Serve from Ruhlmeyer, a good one. Right side attack, cross court, off Ruhlmeyer, out of play, a kill for the Warriors. And side out, back to the Warriors, 6-9. Georgetown leads by 3 here in set number 1. Back to serve goes number 6, Ellie Ogden for St. Michael's. Near side, serve is long and out. Gives the point right back to Georgetown on the second service error of the set for St. Michael's. Georgetown rotate back, and Madeline Bradley, the freshman, wears number 18, 5'11", outside hitter. Puts the serve across. Hernandez sets it up, far side. Tight set at the net. Georgetown has a free shot here, and Albright, unforced error there, hits it into the net. 7-10 on the side out. Back to the Warriors. Back to serve goes number 3, Riley McElwee. For St. Michael's, jump serve, crossed away. Pitt Kethley. Ruhlmeyer will send it forward to Mallory Miller from the left side. Cross-court attack, and a good one there. As she sent it across the court at a weird angle just inside the 10-foot line. And Claire Montgomery unable to handle that for St. Michael's. Point to Georgetown. On the side out, 11-7. Eagles by 4. Jordan Pitt Kethley, the libero, back to serve for Georgetown. She wears number 10, Pitt Kethley, the 5'6" sophomore libero. Deep serve, and she sends it right back over to St. Michael's on the service error. So both teams 2 service errors apiece early here in set number 1. Some substitutions here for St. Michael's. And back to serve for St. Michael's goes number 7, Sophia Brazzoni. Flat-footed serve across. Bradley, Albright, near side, Miller. The attack, dig there by Brazzoni. Right side, far side attack for St. Michael's. And Claire Montgomery, and she gets the kill. Nice spot there, back to the near side, deep corner for the point. 9-11. St. Michael's trails by 2. Brazzoni serves again, sends it deep. Bradley up to Albright, 10-foot line, near side to Miller. The attack by Miller, dug up by the Warriors. Sends it far side. Montgomery's attack, cross court, and a good one right over the head of Ketley. Thought it was out, ducked underneath it, hits the floor for the point, and that'll draw a timeout from head coach Jenny Richardson. 10-11, St. Michael's trails by 1. We'll take a timeout with them. Lady Eagle volleyball continues here in just a moment. Out of the timeout taken by head coach Jenny Richardson. Here in set number 1, the Warriors will serve down by 1, 10-11, flat-footed serve deep. Bradley up to Albright, tough pass, and a great job by Albright to go up on the second touch and dunk it down off the face of Savannah German. Side out to Georgetown, 12-10, Georgetown by 2, and Albright rotates back to serve for Georgetown as Riley Holland subs back in for Sailor Ruhlmeyer on the front row for the Lady Eagles. From the far side, Albright's toss up and the jump serve. Set to the far side, Montgomery's attack into the block. Dug up by German, played over and a scramble for it. And Georgetown unable to get a good touch on it. Side out back to St. Michael's. 11-12, St. Michael's trails by 1 as Francis Beater comes in to serve for St. Michael's. Rock Hill and Little River Academy, the Lady Bees, will play in the next match. Great job by Albright on the dig off the block there. And here comes the attack from the Warriors. The tip over, Pitt Ketley has it. Sets it up for Albright. And the attack from Riley Holland from the right side gets the kill. And Georgetown leads it 13-11 now. Here in set number 1, all matches, best of 3. 30 is the max on the points as well. Mallory Miller's serve, deep middle. Set to the far side, the swing, and a kill for number 6, Ellie Ogden. 12-13, St. Michael's trails by 1. German out. McElwee back in on the front row for the Warriors. Is back to serve, goes number 12, Claire Montgomery, the senior outside hitter. Jump serve from Claire. Mallory Miller tied at the net. Albright keeps it alive. Bradley tosses it over. And now an attack from McElwee off the block, dug by Miller. Albright, back row attack for Miller. The swing, dug by Montgomery. Warriors will tip it over. Ketley there. Albright sets it, back row. Miller, overpass, dunked back down. Good play there by Ambry Anderson as she's patrolling the net. And give her the kill, 14-12, Georgetown on the side out. The libero rotation sends Anderson back to serve, and Macy Gates on the front row for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve from Anderson, deep far corner. It'll be set up. McElwee to swing. She does. Dug by Anderson. The attack by Bradley and blocked at the net by number 5. Catherine Davis, the senior middle blocker, gets the block. And a side out back to St. Michael's. 13-14, St. Michael's trails by 1. As Frida Henderson, the Frida Hernandez, the libero, back to serve for the Warriors. Gates, Holland, and Albright on the front row for Georgetown. Bradley, Mallory Miller, and Pitcatley, the libero, on the back row for Georgetown. To receive serve, Hernandez sends it deep and out. Third service error of the set for the Warriors. Point to Georgetown, 15-13. Riley Holland will rotate or sub out. Sailor Ruhlmeyer in to serve for Georgetown with a 2-point lead here in set number 1. Ruhlmeyer, middle of the back row, the jump serve. Serve receive, overplayed. Macy Gates put it off the net. And then miscommunication there for the Lady Eagles as the ball finds the floor. Side out, back to St. Michael's. Back to serve goes number 6, Ellie Ogden. Bradley to Albright. Back to Bradley, left side. The attack, cross court, dug by Montgomery. Set to the far side. McElwee off the block, finds the kill for St. Michael's, and we're tied up 15-15. It's Ellie Ogden, sophomore setter. Back to serve. Mallory Miller up to Albright. She'll dunk the second touchdown. Serve receive, tight at the net. Albright does a good job there to go up and send it down. 16-15, Georgetown by 1. Madeline Bradley serve. Back row attack by Montgomery, and another kill for Claire Montgomery. Ties it back up at 16 apiece on the side out. And a substitution here as Macy Gates will sub out. Number 14, Ella O'Shaughnessy, the 5'11 sophomore middle blocker opposite, will step in. Ruhlmeyer saves the second ball. Miller sends the free ball over, and the Warriors set it up to attack. In the middle, Claire Montgomery dunks it into the net. It looked like what was going to be a catch and toss. And into the net it goes. Side out, back to Georgetown. And Ella O'Shaughnessy will sub right back out on the back row rotation as Pitcatley will serve, and Ambry Anderson back on in the front row. St. Michael's attack in the middle. The tip over, played there. Albright dunks the second touch over. Another good read as Hernandez unable to respond for St. Michael's, and Georgetown gets back to a 2-point lead, 18-16. As Jordan Pitcatley will serve again for the Lady Eagles. Montgomery, Ogden, back set here. The attack by the lefty. Bradley gets a dig on it, but sends it into the bleachers. Side out, back to St. Michael's. The swing there was by number 18, Logan Katz, the senior opposite hitter. Big lefty with the kill there for St. Michael's. They trail 17-18. Brazzoni back to serve again for the Warriors. Mallory Miller up to Albright. And Mallory does a great job of reading the second ball that's going to be hers. Tied at the net and dunks it down off of Katz for the kill. 19-17, side out back to Georgetown. Amelia Albright set to serve for the Lady Eagles. Jump serve, far side, sends it down the far corner. Montgomery overpass, dunked down by Riley Holland, but it was dug up by the Warriors. Scramble here, Pitcatley with a touch. Now Miller sends the free ball over. Ogden will set it up. Montgomery, the hammer. Big hit swinger for the Warriors. Claire Montgomery, the outside hitter, does not hesitate to go up and send it down. Another kill for her. And now the score 18-19. St. Michael's trails by 1. Served by Beater. Dug by Miller. Albright will back set. Holland dug up by the Warriors. Tries to dump the second ball over. Albright read it. Holland will dump the second ball in return. A scramble by St. Michael's and a free ball sent over. Albright to Holland. Quick set. Amory Anderson blocked at the net. The Eagles dig it up. Mallory Miller, the swing off the block, dug by the Warriors. Set to the far side. Montgomery, the swing off the block, dug by Albright. Big Ketley brings it near side to Miller. Tied at the net, punches it over left-handed, and the Warriors reset. Far side, Montgomery tips it down the line. But a soft touch there by Albright puts it off for Bradley for the point. And we're all tied, 19-19 here in set number 1. Francis Beater serves across. Bradley, Albright, Miller off the block, the dig by the Warriors. Montgomery swing, and it's long and out. Haven't seen many hitting errors there for Claire Montgomery, but right there, a costly one as it gives the side out to Georgetown. Georgetown takes the lead, 20-19. Mallory Miller back to serve. Miller, the 5'9" junior outside hitter, the other returning letterman for Georgetown, along with Albright. Serve down the far sideline. Set. Ogden tips it over. Albright has it. Holland sets near side. Bradley, the freshman, to swing. Dug up by the Warriors. Far side. Montgomery, her swing off the block. Kept alive. Good effort there. And now Bradley will swing. It's blocked and a battle for it. And unable to get the ball back up. A lift called on Georgetown. And a side out back to St. Michael's. Tied again, 20-20. McElwee will check back in for German on the front row for the Warriors, and back to serve goes number 12, Claire Montgomery for St. Michael's. Jump serve, cross court, and it is long and out. St. Michael's now with 4 service errors in the set. Georgetown takes the 1-point lead as Amory Anderson will go back to serve. Pitt Ketley will come off, and Ellis O'Shaughnessy rotates on in the front row. In the libero exchange, Amory Anderson, middle of the back row, jump serve across. Montgomery tied at the net, kept alive, punched over by the Warriors. The Eagles have a chance here, set it up. Madeline Bradley, the freshman, puts it down just inside the back line for the kill. And Georgetown gets the 2-point lead, 22-20, and draws a quick timeout by head coach Rory Tyson. We'll take it with them. Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball returns in just a minute. Back at Georgetown High School. 1 timeout apiece remaining here in set number 1 for St. Michael's and Georgetown. And now Amory Anderson will continue her serve here, leading by 2, 22-20. A beautiful serve and an ace for Amory Anderson. Drops it out of the air and unable to get it up is McElwee. Georgetown now the 3-point lead. 2 points away from a set win here in set number 1 of this morning matchup between Georgetown and St. Michael's. Anderson the jump serve. McElwee up to Beater, back to McElwee, far side, off the block, dug by Miller. And out of play. Kill to the Warriors, side out, 21-23. Frida Hernandez, the libero, back to serve for the Warriors. Frida serves it across. Mallory Miller up to Albright, set near side. And there's the big swing by Bradley. Dug there by Montgomery. Far side, McElwee into the net. Bradley with the dig. Albright will set it far side. Holland down the far line. Long and out. And St. Michael's cuts the lead to 1, 22-23. Hernandez serve back. Pitt Ketley up to Albright. Back row attack, Miller. But not enough on it. It's into the net, and we're tied 23-23. And that brings a quick timeout Number 2 of the set for Coach Jenny Richardson. We'll take it with them all square here in set 1. Georgetown volleyball continues in just a moment. Out of the timeout. One timeout remaining for St. Michael's, none for Georgetown as Hernandez serves in a 23-23 tie. Miller, Albright, back set, Holland, her attack, and it's going to be a kill for Riley Holland on a big swing there. Now we have set point for the Eagles as Riley Holland will check out. Sailor Ruhlmeyer will come in to serve for the Lady Eagles. A chance to win it here in set number 1. And St. Michael's. Ruhlmeyer, middle of the back row, deep. Montgomery plays it up. Scramble here, the swing by Ogden. And the kill for St. Michael's, and that'll make it 24 apiece. Side out back, Ellie Ogden will now serve for the Warriors. Gonna win by 2 with a cap of 30. Ogden from the near side. Serves it across. Bradley up to Albright. Back to Bradley left side. Back it away. Has to just send it over. Scramble here. The attack. And the kill by number 18, Logan Katz. And St. Michael's now with a set point, 25-24. Macy Gates will sub in for Ella O'Shaughnessy on the front row. 25-24, St. Michael's by 1. Set point here for St. Michael's. They fought off the set point for Georgetown. Ogden sends it over. Bradley. Miller has to help, and a free ball by Pitt Ketley sent over. And the Warriors, second touch from Montgomery. Katz will have the swing. Roll shot dug by Miller. Set near side to Bradley. Her swing. And it is off the net and out of bounds. And St. Michael's takes set number 1, 26-24 over Georgetown. Quick timeout. We'll be back with set number 2. Lady Eagle Volleyball continues in a moment.
Yeah. I'm the big homie, for those of y'all that don't know me. One and only, name another rapper, this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic to Ricky Bobby, shaking Bake Brody. Pin rolling, never sleep, I just keep going. Hit my peak now, I just started like my name Tommy. Had a vision, this was destined for my life story. Bible by my side, I keep it like a gun on me. War ready, and we ain't afraid to get bloody. Told me I should quit my day job, that's funny. Hate will always elevate me, I'ma keep showing. Out and selling, record spinning, it ain't never slowing. Take the stakes, take the crown, I don't need it, got the sound. I'ma be the king forever, even when they count me out. Favorite rapper, raise a bar from the ground. Taking risks you never dreamed of, get my name up out your mouth. Don't talk, it's silent on the floor, kings walk. We gon' drag your body through the door in shock. How I got 'em asking for a tour, man, stop. I'ma need a second, maybe more. I'm the big homie, for those of y'all that don't know me. One and only, name another rapper, this Cody. Can't show me these down bad rap phonies. Take a pic to Ricky Bobby, shaking Bake Brody. Independent on my own, I'ma stand. Taking handles, not for me, I like the back of my demands.
Looking for a church where real life meets real hope? City View Bible Church, we're all about helping you grow, whether that's in your faith, your marriage, or your healing journey. A ministry for every stage of life. Recovery groups, marriage support, kids and student ministries, and solid Bible teaching for adults. Join us this Sunday in Round Rock. See what it's all about. 8 o'clock, 9:45, and 11:30 services. Take your choice. You can get up early, or you can come in late. Learn more at cityviewbible.org. That's cityviewbible.org. GeorgetownLadyEagleVolleyball.org, proud sponsors of Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. We get ready for set number 2, and just want to remind you, set sponsor for the year, it's CSCT. The owners, John and Lynn Krogh and Jeremy and Rachel McDougall, proud sponsors of Georgetown Athletics and Georgetown Lady Eagle Volleyball. Set number 2, Georgetown has to respond as they find themselves down 1-0 here in the opening match of day 2 of this tournament. Georgetown Volleyball comes to you free of charge here on the SHN Sports Network because of great sponsors, City View Bible, CSCT, and of course, the Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club and Piedreros, the Western Wear, found on 4809 Williams Drive, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Go give them a visit. They have everything in that shop, and it is a top-notch Western Wear shop. Some boots, hats, belt buckles, anything you can imagine. And from work boots to dress boots, they are beautiful. I can't wait. It's about time to go shopping. Piedreros, Lady Eagle Volleyball Booster Club, CSCT, and City View Bible bring you all of Georgetown Volleyball free of charge on the SHN Sports Network. Set number 2, we get ready for it. Georgetown sends to the floor Mallory Miller, Amelia Albright, Madeline Bradley, Amory Anderson, and Riley Holland, along with the libero, Jordan Pitketley. And the Lady Warriors will have the opening serve here in set number 2. And back to serve goes number 7, Sophia Brazzoni. Might want to do that so you can watch along with us. And now the down ref ready to go. Points to the up ref, and we have whistle. Brazzoni to serve to open up. Set number 2 from the far side. Flat-footed serve. Bradley up to Albright. Set far side. Mallory Miller tips it long down the side. Dug by Brazzoni. Ogden will set it near side. Claire Montgomery tries to punch it over. Gets it over. Back and forth it goes. A scramble here, and Georgetown will have to send it back over. Ogden has the dig. Quick set, cross court, played up by Holland. Albright, back set. Mallory Miller, a running shot, dug there by Brazzoni. Claire Montgomery tosses it across, and that's the thing. I'm going to have to visit with an official. That just looks like it can't be considered a hit when it feels like and looks like they catch the ball and toss it. And Montgomery gets credit for the kill. 1-0. St. Michael's leads it here in set number 2. Serve across, Miller. Tied at the net. Albright can't get a good touch on it. Trying to save it from the net. And a 2-0 lead to start set 2 for St. Michael's. Sophia Brazzoni ready to go. Serve across, Pitketley up to Albright. Back set. Mallory Miller tips it over to the 10-foot line. Dug up there by Peter. Montgomery with the attack, but into the net for the hitting error. And the side out to Georgetown. 1-2. Georgetown trails by 1. Hernandez, the libero, back on the floor for the Warriors. Mallory Miller to serve, the jump serve. Montgomery, Ogden, back to Montgomery near side. The attack cross court, dug by Miller. Albright, back set here. Riley Holland will send it down the near line. Dug by Hernandez. Ogden back to Montgomery. The attack, dug by Pitketley, but an overpass on the dig, out of bounds. Side out back to St. Michael's. 3-1, they lead by 2. Flat-footed serve here by Beater. Bradley, Albright to Mallory Miller. Back row attack and a kill for Mallory Miller. Love to get her going here in set number 2. She puts it off a diving Francis Beater for the kill. 2-3, Georgetown trails by 1. It's Amory Anderson back to serve. Number 13 for the Lady Eagles, the 5'9" junior middle blocker. From the middle of the back row. Hernandez, Beater, back row attack here. Sent across, Miller up to Albright. Set, Miller, flat-footed attack. Played up by the Warriors. Backside, the swing, and the kill for Ellie Ogden. Side out back to St. Michael's, 4-2. Casey Gates back on the front row for Georgetown. 4-2, St. Michael's leads it. The serve, dug by Bradley. Albright will set it. Right side, Riley Holland. The attack is long and out. Point to St. Michael's. They lead by 3, 5-2. Claire Montgomery serves again, and this one is long and out. Side out to Georgetown. 3-5, Georgetown trails by 2. First service error of the set. For St. Michael's, 5th of the match. Sailor Ruhlmeyer back in to serve. Tied at the net, back set. The swing by Ogden is wide on the far side. She tried to go down the far sideline, hitting from the right side, and sent it wide. Point to Georgetown. 4-5, Georgetown trails by 1. Ruhlmeyer, middle of the back row, deep serve, Hernandez. Claire Montgomery sends it forward, and now a free ball sent over by Catherine Davis. The Eagles can set it up here. The attack by Bradley, and it's a good one, a kill for Madeline Bradley. The freshman ties it up at 5 apiece as she sent it near side off a diving free to Hernandez. Into the bleachers for Georgetown's 5th point of the set. 5-5 score, and Sailor Ruhlmeyer to serve again for your Lady Eagles. Serves it deep, and an ace for Sailor Ruhlmeyer off of Frida Hernandez. And Georgetown takes their first lead of the set, 6-5. Ruhlmeyer again, jump serve across the way. Beater will back row set Montgomery. Played up by Miller, far side to Bradley. The dig by Montgomery. Scramble here, and a free ball sent over by the Warriors. Ruhlmeyer, Albright sends it far side, saved by Beater. Far side to Ogden, her attack, dug by Ruhlmeyer. Albright will set it up for Mallory Miller, back row attack, and it's long and out. Side out, back to St. Michael's, tied up, 6-6. Davis will rotate off. Elle Haywood back on the front row as the libero Hernandez will serve for St. Michael's. Sends it over, Miller to Albright, set far side. Bradley gets the kill as it went off the block of Ogden and Beater. Side out back to Georgetown, 7-6, Georgetown by 1. As Madeline Bradley will drop back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Bradley from the near side sends it cross court. Ogden to Beater. Set it up near side. The attack off the antenna. They're going to say it was a touch. Looked like it went off the antenna as well, but they're going to call it out off Georgetown. 7-7. The score on the side out. Back to St. Michael's. Serve from Ogden. Bradley. Albright set far side to Miller. Her attack. And a net violation whistled here. On to Elle Haywood, the junior middle blocker for St. Michael's. So they'll blow that dead and send it back over to the Lady Eagles. 8-7, Georgetown leads it. It's Ketley back to serve now. Far side jump serve from Jordan. Ogden will set back row to Montgomery. Her attack on the back line for the kill. Side out back to St. Michael's. 8-8 your score here in set number 2. 26-24, St. Michael's won set number 1. Georgetown's got to respond here in set number 2. Albright, a great job there. Dunks it down. Discussion back and forth there. Net violation, nothing called. Albright to serve. Georgetown by 1. Ogden will set it up. The swing by Katz is down in front of Bradley for the kill. Side out back to St. Michael's, 9-9 to score. Sophia Brazzoni in to serve again. A sophomore outside hitter, defensive specialist for the Warriors. Flat-footed serve, sends it across. Pickethley up to Albright, set far side. Riley Holland the attack, and it's long and out. A lot of unforced hitting errors here for Georgetown. And they trail by 1 here in set number 2, down 1-0. Brazzoni to serve again, 10-9. The Warriors lead it. Deep serve. Miscommunication there between Pickethley and Madeline Bradley. Now we'll have a substitution as Bradley will come out. Kendall McDougal will check in for the Lady Eagles. The 5'8" junior defensive specialist will check in on the back row for Georgetown. Brazzoni to serve. And a service error. Brazzoni didn't get good contact on that one. Into the net it goes. Second service error of the set, 6 of the match. And the side out back to Georgetown, 10-11. Georgetown trails by 1. And Mallory Miller drops back to serve for the Lady Eagles as Kendall McDougal will sub out. Madeline Bradley back on the front row. The floating serve deep. Ogden will set near side. Montgomery, cross-court attack, dug by Miller, up into the rafters. Played by Albright, far side. Bradley will send a free ball over. And an unforced error, a pass on the third touch across and sends it wide on the far side. Another unforced error. Another point to St. Michael's. They lead it 12-10. Here in the second set. Francis Beater, the junior setter, to serve now. Flat-footed serve from the far side, floats it over. Pickethley up to Albright. Back row attack by Miller, off the block, and a kill for Mallory Miller. Got to get her going here. Pickethley will rotate off as the libero. Macy Gates back onto the front row, and back to serve goes Emery Anderson. Middle of the back row, Anderson will serve for Georgetown, trailing 11-12 here in set 2. Sends it across. Peter back sets. Montgomery swing. Delayed signal by the that'll be a point to St. Michael's. They're calling it in. 13-11. St. Michael's leads it by 2. Pickethley back on. Emery Anderson will rotate off. Macy Gates back on the front row for Georgetown. Madeline Bradley steps back and lets it hit into the ace. Nice serve there by Claire Montgomery. (14 to 11). St. Michael's by 3. They lead it 1-0. Montgomery serve. Off of Madeline Bradley, out of play. And so Claire Montgomery going after the freshman, Madeline Bradley. And now a substitution here for the Lady Eagles. Bradley will come off, and number 4, the 5'7" senior outside hitter, McKenna Stengel, will come onto the floor for Georgetown. Montgomery serve right to Stengel. Plays it up to Albright. Back row attack for Miller. Her shot dug by Montgomery. Beater sends a free ball over on number 2. Holland will set it far side. Stengel, the attack, off the block, dug by Pickethley. Back to Stengel. Her attack tips it deep. Montgomery has it. Beater near side. Tipped over by the Warriors. Second ball tipped over. And the Eagles keep it alive on a scramble. And a cross-court shot. The down ref across the court calls it out. The up ref looks at her. And the point awarded to St. Michael's. They lead by 5. Montgomery serve. Miller up to Albright. Quick set. Macy Gates tips it over. The Warriors set it up. Back row attack for Montgomery. Off a diving Pickethley for the kill. 17 to 11. They lead it. Now to draw a timeout from Jenny Richardson. Here in set number 2, Georgetown trails 11 to 17. Eagle volleyball continues in just a moment. St. Michael's will serve out of the timeout, leading by 6, 17-11. Montgomery serves it. Stengel up to Albright. Back to Stengel, far side, the attack, and it is wide and out. 18-11. St. Michael's on a run now. 18-11, a 7-point lead. They also lead 1-0. Claire Montgomery serves it across. Miller. Albright chases it down. Riley Holland will send it across, dug by the Warriors. Set near side. The attack off the block, dug by Keithley. Albright, back row attack to Miller, and the kill. Mallory Miller gets another kill for the Lady Eagles. And the Eagles cut it to 6-point deficit as Sailor Rollmeyer will check in for Riley Holland, serving for Georgetown here in set number 2. Got to get a run going here to get back into this set and try to force a third. In St. Michael's, Rollmeyer serves. Hernandez up to beat her. Backside, Ellie Ogden, the attack and the kill. Side out back to St. Michael's, 19-12. They lead by 7. Rita Hernandez in to serve, or back to serve, the libero for St. Michael's. From the middle of the back row. Sends it deep. Mallory Miller up to Albright. Sets it up. Stengel. What a read there, and she tips it down the net just across and drops it in for the kill. The double block went up against Stengel, but tipped it wide. McKenna Stengel will go back to serve for the Lady Eagles. From the near side, down the near line. Beater will set it up. The tip over there, dug by Stengel. Albright, far side Miller. Left-handed tip over. And now the Eagles seem to be trying to figure this out here. Every block to the outside for the Warriors is a 2-man block. And no one following up on the short side. And 2 tips over in a row have been kills for the Lady Eagles. 14-19. Serve down the near sideline. Stengel serves it wide. A big service error, the first of the set, third of the match. But a costly one there makes it 20-14 for St. Michael's. Back to serve goes Ellie Ogden. Ogden from the far side sends it deep and out. Returns the favor on the service error. Third of the set, 7th of the match for St. Michael's. And Jordan Keithley, the libero, back to serve for Georgetown. As Macy Gates will rotate out. Amory Anderson back on the front row. Keithley from the far side. Ogden will set it up. McElwee just a tip over. And Georgetown unable to get a touch on it. 21-15. St. Michael's with the lead. 4 points away from a 2-set sweep. Georgetown trying to stop it. Savannah German back to serve. Flat-footed serve across. Miller up to Albright. Back to Miller. The big swing and a block at the net there by Logan Katz. Point to the Warriors. 22-15. They lead by 7. In another case, they sent the 2 blockers out. But Miller into the block and down for the Warriors. Set it up. Miller, the big swing this time. Hernandez unable to get it. And a big kill for Mallory Miller. 16-22. Georgetown trails by 6. Sailor Ruhlmeyer out. Riley Holland back in on the front row as Albright drops back to serve for Georgetown. Albright serve across the way. Ogden will set it. Claire Montgomery will hit it. Stengel and Keithley let it hit between them. And a 23-16 lead. St. Michael's 2 points away from a 2-set sweep. Riley Holland will sub out. Scout Robinson in on the front row for Georgetown. Scout, the 5'7" senior outside hitter, wears number 1. Sophia Brazzoni to serve, flat-footed for the Warriors. Sends it across. Keithley up to Albright. Second ball dump. Nice read by Albright. Makes a play there. Side out back to Georgetown. 17-23. Georgetown trails by 6. And a good time here for Mallory Miller to go on a service run for the Lady Eagles. Got to mount a comeback here to force set 3. Miller from the near side of the back row. Jump serve, floats it deep. Montgomery Ogden back to Montgomery near side. Throws it down the line. Dug up there. Set back over by Georgetown. The Warriors will reset far side. Katz left-handed swing. And an unforced hitting error there by Katz. Point to Georgetown. Miller to serve again, trailing by 5. Sends it near side, Montgomery. Ogden will set it again to Montgomery. Her swing into the block. The Warriors keep it alive and do, and Georgetown not ready for it as Katz gets a touch and gets it to dribble over the net. And Georgetown's backside help not there. 24-18, set and match point for the Warriors. And another timeout by head coach Jenny Richardson. We'll take it with them. Georgetown volleyball continues in a minute. Stay with us. Back to serve goes Francis Beater, serving for the set and the match. Pitt Ketley up to Albright. Quick set. Nice swing, Amory Anderson. And now here's where Georgetown has to go on that run. A big swing by the junior, Amory Anderson. 19-24. And now Amory Anderson back to serve. Macy Gates back on the front row. The libero, Pitt Ketley, comes off. Anderson from the middle of the back row, sends it nice and deep, and it's off of Hernandez for the point, 20-24. Georgetown has to run this one out to extend this match. Anderson, middle of the back row, ready to go. And the toss-up jump serve across. Played up, Peter will set it. Claire Montgomery out. Thought they got a touch on it. No touch call. Side out to Georgetown. 21-24. They trail by 3 and a timeout by Coach Rory Tyson. We'll take it with them. Lady Eagle volleyball continues in a moment. Amory Anderson out of the timeout. Serves down 3, 21-24. The Eagles have to run this one out. The serve just over the net. Peter will set it near side. Ogden cross court. And it's on the line for the kill. And St. Michael's wins it 25-21 and takes the 2-set-to-none win over the Georgetown Lady Eagles. Georgetown falls to 3-2 overall. 0-1 on the day here in pool number 3, and they'll take the next match off. It'll be Little River Academy, the Lady Bees, taking on the Rock Hill Blue Hawks. And then we will be back at 11 o'clock when Georgetown will take on Academy in match number 2. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to our sponsors, Piedreros Western Wear, to the Lady Eagle Booster Club, City View Bible Church, and CSCT, Construction Specialists of Central Texas, all proud sponsors of Georgetown volleyball. Stay with us. We'll be back at 11 o'clock for more Eagle volleyball. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind.